There are 3, 4 factors that are actually driving this space, so to speak, world over. Right? One is the fact that there are lots of technologies which are being offered. Lots of companies, lots of vendors around the world are coming up with new technologies that are enabling business. Therefore, it is. There are lots of companies who want to take on these new processes, new technologies, effect a certain change to value to their business. One. A lot of organizations around the world want to see more accountability in terms of the initiatives that are being strategic initiatives that are being taken, in terms of the money that is being spent, in terms of investments that are being made. At the same time, organizations around the world, and more so in India, are becoming more and more aware now that customers are their most important asset. It's not the property that I have, or it's not that the product that I'm making, but it's actually the customer that's the most important property and asset. And you need to engage with those customers. You need to ensure that because the customers are always delighted in a manner so that they are your relationship with them is protected. And also you need to cater to customer governance issues, privacy issues, so on and so forth. So a lot of these factors are acting in today's environment. The fact that in India, which is such a vast market in terms of consumers and customers, right? That's exploding in India. And it's going to change. It's going to change because like I said, there are new technologies that are coming up on a day-to-day basis, be it in the digital space or interactive space or customer management or IT. There's so many different technologies that are coming in. Companies are beginning to adopt this here. And you will see a change very, very soon. There are lots of these companies who are already adopting these technologies, right? I've seen large banks, for example, large public sector banks, going whole hog and implementing enterprise technologies. They're putting out bids in the marketplace saying that we want to implement the whole stack, the enterprise, be it data warehousing or be it CRM or campaign management or business intelligence, analytics. All these together, they want to implement this thing, right? Digital engagement. So why are the companies doing it? Because they're realizing that it is a customer who's their asset. And that's being driven by board members today across these organizations. And that trend is already happening in India. And you'll see in the next 2 to 3 years that this is going to become a very strong focus across organizations. As organizations, in terms of their internal competence, become more and more competent and mature, they begin to understand how these things work. They begin to understand what impact it's having on their business, on the way they operate, and what impact it's making to their customers. Once that's going to mature over the next 2 to 3 years. And then you'll see more and more strategies like this being executed across. Well, you see it across different verticals in India. The telecom, as you rightly pointed out, banking, financial services, insurance companies, retail is also beginning to pick up in India. So these are the companies that are actually beginning to notice these initiatives and these kind of change. The important thing to understand here is that till recently the mantra was acquisition, right? Acquire new customers, acquire new customers, acquire new customers. Now the focus is shifting towards what kind of acquisition. Acquire the right kind of customers, and basically enrich yourself with the data that you have, right? So as that you can actually engage with people. You can engage with the customers that you have and start seeding relationships, so to speak. So that's where it's headed, yeah. Today, CIOs are moving away from just being technology managers and technology heads to information heads. And from information heads, that means what value is information adding to business, right? So that's where people are moving to. That's the maturity which you see is already happening at the CXO level. IT people are more talking business today, if you see. And if IT people don't talk about business, then that's a death knell for any IT department. And I strongly believe that if you want to hire a good IT person, he should understand business. And that's a critical aspect which CIOs, CXOs are seeing in companies today, where even training, I mean, even at low levels, training is being given from a business perspective. To put it in a very simple manner, engage with the right customer at the right time, with the right kind of offer, through the right channel, with the right kind of dialogue, right? That's what we help them do, and that if an organization embraces this environment, then it helps build a loyal customer base. Now, this loyal customer base is also through actual tactical loyalty initiatives, such as points, uh, building an entire points framework, building an entire framework wherein there's through rewards, right? Where you can build a base so that you can, how this, how there are many loyalty companies, but when you integrate that with different technologies, when you integrate with analytics and insights and also digital customer engagement and contact, that's when you get a holistic view of loyalty. And it's not just a loyalty engine which is running points, if you know what I mean. But it's actually about creating a loyal customer engagement with the brand. It's to build technology, an engine that can also do this, but at the same time also help create customer bonds, right? Therefore, we do a lot of technology implementation. We do statistical analysis, we do data mining, analytics, and where we generate insights. We do a lot of campaign management, engaging with the right customer, the right offer, the right time, and then we do actually digital customer engagement, right? Actually, the contact that you make, or the environment that you provide through these for these dialogues, is a creative environment. So the objective was to actually create a strong platform where new consumers, can empathize with the brand Godrej, the young consumer, right? So erstwhile target audience being a certain age group, which is more 30 plus, so on and so forth, to a younger target audience which is more like 22 and above, so on and so forth, where purchasing power. So across different products which Godrej has to offer, all these products start resonating with the younger target audience as well. So one is make it young, make it contemporary, make it vibrant, make it bright, right? So these are the kind of cues that the Godrej as a brand needed. The objective was to use the online medium to create, connect with the younger target audience, which therefore we helped conceptualize. We came up with this idea of GoJiyo in terms of what needs to be done, how to go about doing it, married very strongly with brand propositions, of the entire basic core brand being that of brighter living, and therefore we built this entire world, which is today a thriving social online virtual experience community.